Welcome back to Which Yu-Gi-Oh card came first. This is the game where I have guess which of two different Yu-Gi-Oh cards was printed first. Simple, right?
Why you say guess? Like, isn't that the same three of us?
Yeah, but it's not always the same guess. So, Larry from Team APS. Which Yu-Gi-Oh card came first? Magic Cylinder or Waboku?
See, and I was just funny. I was actually, when you said which came first, I was gonna yell out Waboku, but then I didn't know it'd be okay. So let me think. Feeling says Waboku, just based on I remember seeing it first, whereas Waboku makes sense that it will come out first in either Spell Ruler or Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon. Just because, also, and I'm thinking I could be wrong, of when it was used in the anime, because Magic Cylinder wasn't used until Battle City. So I'm assuming they wouldn't have a reason to print it before then. So, Waboku.
Final answer.
Sure.
The answer is Waboku.
Yeah.
So Waboku was first printed in Starter Deck Yu-Gi. That was like March of 2002, while Magic Cylinder was in Labyrinth of Nightmare. And that wasn't printed until 04.
Yeah. See, I was
All right, we're up by one.
My mindset helped.
All right, the next one.
Yeah.
Which card came first? Five-Headed Dragon or the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon?
So I know there was that whole thing about Blue Eyes Ultimate. I'm gonna say Five-Headed Dragon. I'll tell you why. I knew there was a thing with Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, and that it wasn't printed until like far down the line, because I remember Pyramid of Light. I went to go see it in theaters. I remember getting a Blue Eye Shining Dragon because I was so happy. Foil, all that jazz. But I couldn't use it because at the time, Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon wasn't even legal because we hadn't gotten it yet.
It was not.
So because of that reason, and because Pyramid of Light kind of takes place in this weird, like, the anime itself, it kind of already ended, but it kind of like went back and did some other, you know what I'm trying to say. And by then, like, they had already faced like the big five who used Five-Headed Dragon. I'm gonna say Five-Headed Dragon.
Oh, okay. So the answer is Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. So I knew that you would think that, but the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon came out in January of 2006. Five-Headed was in October 2006.
No.
A little bit of a misdirection, but you still got one so far. 1 out of 2, not bad.
Shut up.
All right, the next cards. Which Yu-Gi-Oh card came first? Witch of the Black Forest or Mystic Tomato?
Don't people use those kind of in conjunction with
That's
each
why
other?
they're here.
I'm gonna say Witch of the Black Forest. I honestly don't know. I just remember I'm pretty sure in my history of collecting this stupid card game, I remember having a Witch of the Black Forest before I had a Mystic Tomato. So I'm gonna say Witch of the Black Forest.
You are correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, like many people, you had a Witch of the Black Forest first because it came out in Metal Raiders, while Mystic Tomato was in Spell Ruler. And as you know, Metal Raiders came out before Spell Ruler, so Witch of the Black Forest is correct.
It's purely a guess.
It was a 50-50, you got that. But you're
All of
two
these
wins.
are 50-50.
That's true, unless you psych yourself out. The next question, which card came first? Dust Tornado or Mystical Space Typhoon?
This is another one. I'm trying to think back. I know both of these were in starter decks. Am I correct to assume they were both in starter decks?
Over the course of Yu-Gi-Oh's history, they have been in starter decks.
They've been in many starter, but I'm talking about like the first initial ones when they first came out. I'm probably gonna get this one wrong. My first guess was gonna be Mystical Space Typhoon, but because that's what I'm thinking, I'm gonna say Dust Tornado.
You are incorrect. So the card that came first was Mystical Space Typhoon in Spell Ruler. Dust Tornado came out later in Pharaoh's Servant, literally 1 month apart.
See, these are not fair because like you need to at least have something that's like, oh, this was one part of the year and this was like in the last half or like the next. You're like naming like within a span of 30 days. How am I supposed to get this?
Some questions are
Paul's
really hard.
back there laughing, you son of a bitch.
Some are harder than others, but you can't get them all.
Some are harder than others.
Which Yu-Gi-Oh card came first? Burst Stream of Destruction. That's the Blue Eyes
I
attack
know.
spell. Or Inferno Fire Blast, the Red Eyes attack spell.
Let me see Inferno Fire Blast. Okay. I'm going to say Burst Stream of Destruction because I'm pretty sure that first came out in that good at the time, now not so good Blue Eyes Structure deck. Because that was my first time, I think, ever seeing it. Inferno Fire Red Eyes didn't get support until like Breakers of Shadow, which was like a little bit after, I think. So I'm going to say Burst Stream of Destruction.
Well, you are correct. Your reasoning was wrong, but
Was
you
it?
were right anyway.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So Burst Stream of Destruction actually came out in Ancient Sanctuary. That was June of 04.
Yeah, is that old a card?
Yes.
I didn't know
And
that.
Inferno Fire Blast came out in October 04. That was in Soul of the Duelist.
June and October of the same year.
Yep, in 2004. All right, but you're doing well. You're doing well. And I think you have a fair shot in this one.
Whatever. You said you should know this one.
You got it right.
What, like 3-2?
Yeah, 3-2.
Okay.
All right, which Yu-Gi-Oh card came first? Dark Magician Girl or the Buster Blader?
Dark Magician Girl.
Final answer?
Sure.
You are incorrect.
I had a fit. I was like, it's not gonna be right, but I can't go against Dark Magician Girl.
No, I feel you. But Buster Blader actually came out in Pharaoh's Servant, which is before Magician's Force, where Dark Magician Girl came out. But now you're 3-3, but you still have a chance to come out ahead in this one.
I'm not gonna get it right.
This one might be tough.
See?
Which Yu-Gi-Oh card came first? Penguin Soldier or Penguin Knight? I'm sorry.
Can I see Penguin Knight? I had a penguin.
You might not believe it.
I had a foil Penguin Soldier. That's
Yeah, I think all of us had that one super rare one or whatever.
Penguin Knight. And let me guess. That's
Look
what
up-
you thought Penguin Soldier looked like.
Yeah, go to Penguin Soldier.
Here's Penguin Soldier.
Okay, that's definitely the one I had.
All
Yeah,
right.
Probably so.
So the question is, which
They're the same fucking card.
Knight or Soldier, which came first? I
Get a
wrote.
tiebreaker.
To be fair, I wrote this question for Paul. I'm sorry.
Because I know I had one first. I'm gonna say Penguin Knight.
Penguin Knight is your final answer.
Yeah.
You are correct.
Yeah.
So Penguin Knight actually did come out. It was in Spell Ruler, so that was in 02. Penguin Soldier came out in starter deck Joey. That was actually
That's probably
in
why I had a
03.
Penguin Knight. That's why I was like, I know I had a Penguin Soldier. But I was like, you know what? Because it's y'all two
I only wrote like 2 of these.
Buffalo buffoons. I was like, it's gonna be the other one.
Look, you suffered because our guests Paul and Trell set a really high bar for this game.
I
I